Hi everybody, it's Gina. I am back in the kitchen and I'm going to show you all what has become of the potatoes that were left last week after I cooked. Some of these potatoes I have here just a standard box grater and a bowl underneath it. I am just shredding these up and I am going to make those into some hash browns. I'm going to freeze part of them and stuff. Probably the majority of them are going to get frozen. And I will have those for other times when I need to pull out some frozen hash browns. I've got the majority of them already. In fact, this is the last one that I have to shred. I already got in here and got the rest of them all done. I also chopped up part of the potatoes, probably about the equivalent of 4 or 5 good sized potatoes. Not a huge amount. Some of the potatoes were smaller. Maybe it was more like, one or two larger and 3 or 4 smaller. So do the math. Chop those up, put some celery and some onion that were chopped up and put in there. And I'm going to make potato salad with that. Now, I always break stuff out of my box grater when I'm done and stuff to get everything out because food's really expensive right now. As of recording, we are in March of 2022. So, food prices are up quite a lot. This is what we were left with as far as the amount of potatoes that I've got shredded. As you see, they're just like shredded hash browns that you get in the freezer section, whatever brand you choose to use. And in this bowl here, there's just potatoes, some onions, some celery. That's it. Those are easy enough. They're chopped up. So, you just chop them. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. I'll have to rinse that off here in a minute. I've also got, this is going to be potato salad. I've got some dill relish. I didn't feel like standing and chopping up pickles today, folks. I just really didn't. So I'm going to use dill relish in here. I like pickles, so if you really don't like pickles, don't use the relish. I know some people don't like pickles at all, but I'm not one of them. I love them. So, got also some whipped dressing. This is like mayonnaise, folks. It's just the old school way of calling it mayonnaise. I've also got over here some mustard, and I've got salt and pepper sitting here on my counter. So, I'm going to add in mayo and mustard. Depending on my mood that day, as to how much proportion I put of each. Life happens, and some days your taste buds is different than others, and you go on what you've got to do with. So we're just, using up. That's what the name of this game is today, is using up things that are on hand that need to be used. Especially with the price of food right now. Like I said, I'm in middle of March 2022. And as most of y'all know, prices on food have gone up. Now, unless you live in a rock or a bubble or something, or have plenty of money where you don't have to worry about the price of food. That is not me or the majority of people. Most of us are filling it in our pocketbooks right now. Can I get an amen from the choir? Kind of moment. And you can also add in boiled eggs. I just didn't feel like boiling any today. And normally I'll make my dressing up beforehand to put over the top of this, but I did not today, just because I wanted to show you all exactly what I put in mine. In fact, trying to get this stirred up to see if I have enough dressing on it. I'm hoping I do, and that I do not have to get more stuff out and that kind of thing. Might need just a bit more of this mayonnaise. That's just life, folks. Sometimes you gotta add a little bit more in there. And I think I'm definitely going to need more mustard. I like my food a little tangy, I guess would be the word. I like sour stuff quite well. You know, a lot of people be like, oh, I can't eat them Sour Patch Kids. Those things burn my mouth. They're too sour. And I'm like, they ain't sour enough. You know, I'm one of those people that really, if I get the hiccups, I will just drink straight vinegar. Seriously, y'all. It does cure the hiccups, for real. Now, I went easy on the salt and pepper, mostly because people can add more to it as they desire to. I know that it will not be enough for me personally. I like a lot of pepper on my food, and y'all know how I've got a love affair going on with my salt. And no, I don't have high blood pressure. My blood pressure is normal, and usually my sodium level, in as far as blood tests, are normally on the low side of average, like they're real low, like, you know, like it's barely in the normal range. So for me, I don't have an issue with having the amount of salt that I have in my diet, thankfully. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't have salt in my diet. I'd probably just... And that's pretty much what it looks like when it's done. You can see, you can tell that it's got the dressing and stuff on there. And it smells like it's going to be, have enough of that tangy kick to me. I can usually tell by smell. I've been cooking long enough. Been cooking for a long time, folks. I've been in the kitchen. I started getting in the kitchen with my mama and grandma, I guess, when I was 7, 8, 9, somewhere in that ballpark. And that has been a minute or two ago. So I was just showing you today what I did with those potatoes that we boiled up the other day. Many ways to use those. I made some potato soup with it, you know, just did multiple things. I thought that making the hash browns would actually be a better move for me, because I've already got instant mashed potatoes, which I can easily just take those and mix them up in a matter of, you know, no time. So this will actually give me something that I can use the fresh potatoes for. There's no shame in my game, honey. I will tell you, I use instant mashed potatoes. It's good for soup thickener too. But as always, thanks again for joining me in my kitchen and for cooking with me. If you haven't already, click like, subscribe if you're not already, and leave a comment. Bye-bye.